What's up guys, macadii here. Now today I'm bringing guys the second battle of week 10 of the IEP, where I was against Pre, aka ThatPokemonBoy, who is coach of the Mauville Magnetons. Now, this battle was really painful, I must admit, before we start, because what happened was I had my team, I finalised my team, I adjusted my team, and then for some reason, Showdown decided, nope, not saving your team changes at all. So, and this was done literally before we started the game. I had to briefly close the app down and then reopen it, and for some reason, even though I had clicked saved on the same on the teams, it had not saved the teams, and partially I must admit it was my fault for not checking it, but still, it made a fair amount of difference in this. Whether it had a final effect on the outcome, I don't know, but it was a real pain really. So I decided to bring an offensive Latias with I think I had decided to bring sub on it because I knew I could sub on quite a few different things. We also had the Bishop as well, which was designed to take out Latias, because I thought he was going to be bringing the Latias. Also, we had our Donphan, which was designed to set up rocks and just generally try and keep that Talonflame away. And we had a Assault Vest Heatran as well, with a good amount of speed in there as well, because I knew I could outspeed a fair number of his mons and really hit back, because Heatran's coverage is absolutely fantastic. I also brought the Trio because I knew I could KO the defensive Tentacruel if he decided to bring that, and also trap a few other things as well, like the Magneton and stuff like that. And then finally, physically defensive Umbreon, because Umbreon is really good at just sort of keeping the team together and gluing it together. So without further ado, we're going to start with the battle. I did notice that he did bring the Mega Heracross, and because I had a sort of 4 move slot syndrome problem going on here, I unfortunately didn't have Aerial Ace on this. I had Sucker Punch instead, which was a real pain, but though, as I said, there was a really sort of tricky sort of choice. I didn't have too much, I had to make quite a few sort of tricky decisions at that point. And I knew I had Heatran and also the Latios, so I figured it was probably better off going for Sucker Punch here. So he does decide to go in and shows that he's schooled with Life Orb, which was very interesting. But I do get the Earth Power off here to get a good amount of damage, as he does end up switching out into Sceptile MC. He decided to tease me with these team names, I think, by giving them all the nicknames of my competitors in the GBA D-League. So I end up going back out into Heatran, predicting the Moonblast here. And that means I go for the Lava Plume here, predicting the switch. I think out... I can't remember exactly what it was out into, but I think also, I don't think I had Earth Power on here, because I had, I think it was Flame Charge instead, just so I could outspeed a lot of his team. And as you can see, he can't really do a huge amount to me, but he is going to end up starting to whittle me down. No, I remember, I had the Flash Cannon, but I didn't want to reveal it. I wanted to make him feel like he could take hits and stuff like that, as he decides here to go for the Moonblast. And I just needed to find a point where I could whittle him down. I do reveal the Flash Cannon here, hoping that he decides to go for the offensive move. He does go for the Aromatherapy, so now I put him in a tricky position. He does go for the Protect again, as I go for the Lava Plume, predicting the switch. And now it's a bit of a tricky choice. He does end up going out into Super Gassy, the Hippowdown, as a Flash Cannon does a fair amount to this guy, actually. And but he does end up forcing me out into the Deltos, because I knew I could handle this guy really well. And it means I can set up a sub as well, because I knew he might have Roar, but I thought it was worth risking. So I go for the Ice Beam here, doing a really good amount to him, as he does end up revealing the Roar here, and I go out into Hannibal. Now, I had the choice here either to get rid of the rocks here, or go for an offensive move. I decided to go for the knockoff here, because I thought the Gearheart might be coming out, and he ends up going out into this, and pulling a really nice double out into his Talonflame, but luckily I decided to stay in here. I only have knockoff, which was a real shame, but I do knock off the Apricot Berry. I'm not 100% sure what that is. And does go for another Brave Bird here, really whistling himself down, and I'm able to take out the Talonflame, which is huge, absolutely huge. Goes back out into this thing here, goes to the knockoff, doesn't manage to kill me, and I do go for the Rapid Spin here, because I do want to get rid of those rocks, and a knockoff is going to be able to take me out here. And I was a bit confused here whether or not he was going to be a Mega One. So I decided to go into Checkmate here. I can't remember exactly why. I think I knew an Iron Head would KO, and I thought he would be a slower variant, but he does reveal that he is actually a faster one, because I was max speed here, which was a real shame. So I go out into Deltos here, which, it was a really unfortunate play on my part, as he does just reveal that he's got the knockoff here. This thing causes me so many issues, because I thought this was going to be the Mega. Yeah, really, really painful. And I realised I can now go into Triforce now and EQ would kill. But look what didn't save. It did not save the fact that I didn't have Arena Trap, which was such an unfortunate thing to be missing. So he goes down to Sceptile MC. Earthquake does kill, but that puts me at a huge disadvantage because he goes down to Super Gassy, forcing me out into the Umbreon, as he does go for the Slack Off here. And unfortunately as well, this is actually specially defensive, which I think I had a chance to KO with a Banded EQ, but obviously I didn't know particularly well at the time, and I think it was quite a high chance that I would fail that. So he just starts trying to whittle me down. I really couldn't afford to let that Heracross come in for free, so I had to be really, really careful with this Umbreon, because as soon as that guy comes in, I would be in so much trouble. So he comes out into the Magneton here, as my wish does come true here, and I end up staying in as he goes to the Signal Beam, because I knew I could take those absolutely fine. Go for another Foul Play here, and I can start wishing up, wishing and protecting, and without too much trouble. But I knew I couldn't afford to let that try and trap my my Heatran, especially the sort of amount of HP that it's at. But he does end up going out into this. I knew I could live a close combat here, so I decided it was worth it to try and get some damage and KO this guy, because it puts so much pressure on my team. And he finally goes out into this, as I go for the Protector to scout what he goes for. He does go for the HP Ground. Now, I thought this was HP Ground because I thought he would want to try and kill off the Heatran here. So I go out to Triforce here, as he does go for him Power again, doing a fair amount to this, but because I couldn't trap this guy, I knew that this was probably coming in, so I was going to have to pull a double. So I tried to pull a double, and he does end up doing a bit to me. And because I was Assault Vest, I think at this point I realised this was HP Fight. No, later on I realised this was HP Fighting. So I didn't calc that, because I thought that because I was Assault Vest that was reasonable, and I thought this was Scarfed. But it ends up being HP Fighting, which is really, really unfortunate. And unfortunately from here, I cannot take out the Hippowdown from where it's at, which is a real shame, and also because I'm Life Orb. So yeah, there was some really, really unfortunate things about this one. I think I played okay. I choked a little bit with the looking back at it with the Heracross, but if I had have got first of all, it was a really, really tricky choice, but if I'd have gone for Aerial Ace over Sucker Punch on my Triforce here, I would have been able to kill that. But also, if Showdown had actually saved it and actually let me keep that, it would have been so much better. The other thing is that it didn't change as well, is I had a Mega Latios on there, and it changed it to Life Orb Latios, which is also really huge, because I was ending up losing so much more HP because of that. But anyway, that was my mistake, and something I need to make sure that I double check, especially after I close the app, and if I have to reopen it, I need to make sure that it does save my teams. But that was an unfortunate battle, but still, I am guaranteed in the playoffs, so I'm very, very happy from that aspect. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I know it was unfortunate, but don't worry, there's plenty more to go, and we're in playoffs as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.